Marvel snapping, Marvel snapping, Marvel snapping, Marvel snapping, Masters of Arcana, Masters of Arcana, Masters of Arcana, Marvel snapping, Marvel snapping. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about! Heck yeah, guys! We got some music in here. We got us some music in the house today, baby. Ay, ay, ay. I think I just used all the energy I had mustered in the pit of my stomach for that little bit of intro. But yeah, guys, we're here in Marvel Snap. Yeah, this is much better than that crazy, you know, the lo-fi music from last season, man. But this is a new season, and I gotta turn the music down now, much as I love it, because I can't hear myself. Yeah, man, Marvel Snap, a new season just launched yesterday, I think it was, and here we are, man. The June season. It's hard to believe I have been streaming Marvel Snap for a year, a little over a year now. You're in a couple of months, but here we are. When I was making the thumbnail for this stream, I noticed I had a June 2024 live stream. That was the season in which they introduced oh, what's his name? The card everybody hates. His card everybody hates. Anybody, that could be any card, VP. Arishem. That's when they introduced Arishem in that season. And this season, they're introducing Dormammu, which you see right here in the back. Right here, this fiery guy in the back. That's Dormammu. You might recognize him from the Doctor Strange movies, because he's the dude that Doctor Strange fought in the first movie. And he kept going back and saying, "I'm here to bargain," until he turned against him, until he finally got tired of it all and let Doctor Strange win. So, yeah, guys, Marvel Snap. I tell you what, looking at the cards for this season, I'm way more excited about this season than I was for last season, for sure. And this first card, the card in the collection track here, is just you know. You sign up for the season pass, you get Merlin, man. Look at this card. It is a 2/3, and at the start of each turn, add an incantation to your hand. Incantations are skills, and the incantations we have, of course, are Omniversal Presence. They're all one cost, by the way. Omniversal Presence on reveal. Replace this location with a new one, and give Merlin +2 power. Well, having to replace the location is awesome enough, but to also give Merlin +2 power is just like, frosting on top of the cake, man. I tell you what, that's a good little skill there. Second skill he can give you is once in future. On reveal, shuffle your lowest power card here into your deck to get +2 energy next turn. Well, that's pretty cool too. I've not been using this too much. I mean, I've been using it, but I haven't really liked this one as much as the other ones in my current deck. But I can definitely see this being worked, in another deck that has bigger cards. My deck that I'll be featuring today has a lot of low-cost cards. But if you need some extra energy, man, you can use once in future, and yeah, man, you get +2 energy. And again, one cost, man. You can't argue with that. And then, of course, the last skill, which I just clicked off of. Do this one, and right there, Polymorph. One cost card. On reveal, transform your lowest power card here into one that costs one more. And remember, Merlin is giving you one of these skills every turn that he's out in the game, man. So you could get three, four polymorphs in a game, provided you get Merlin out on 2, or earlier even. You can get him out on 1. That would be even more amazing. But yeah, man, he is a good card. Haven't played with him a whole lot, but the little that I have played with him, I have enjoyed him. And the cool thing is, I think he can work in a bunch of different decks. He's not just, for one deck. He kind of can fit into any of the decks that you enjoy playing, or you can just build a deck yourself around him. Like this current deck that we're going to be playing today in the live stream is going to use Merlin in a Victoria Hand deck. So Victoria Hand was a card from not too long ago. Let me go ahead and show you that. Where is the all right, here we go. Hand Merlin. All right, let's take a look at the deck here, man. Yeah, it's all about generating cards in your hand. So we have your usual suspects here. We have Agent 13, a 1-cost 2 power card. On reveal, add a random card to your hand. And it's kind of nice too, because since we have her in our deck, she can kind of fill in some of the power gaps sometimes. Or sometimes she just gives you a card you don't need at all. But it's nice to have that option available to you. And then we have Maria Hill, a 1-cost 2 power card. On reveal, add a random 2-cost card to your hand. So again, we're adding another card to our hand. We got Quinjet, another 1-cost card. 2 power. Ongoing, your created cards cost 1 less, minimum of 1. So we're creating cards in our hand. That'll make them 1 less. That's a win-win, I think. And then, of course, we got Surge, the card from last season. One of the only 2 cards that I actually got from last season. I got Esme Cuckoo, which was our season pass card last season, and then Surge was the first card, the first featured card that they released in that season. So I got both of those cards, and we're using Surge in this one. 2/2 on reveal. Give the top card of your deck -1 cost and +1 power. After you play it, repeat this ability. Just a nice little card to have. We got the Collector. As long as we're adding cards to our hand, we'll keep the Collector in our deck as well. It is a 2 energy, 2 power card. When a card enters your hand from anywhere except your deck, +1 power. So, yeah. Anytime those cards are getting pushed into my hand, he's getting +1 power. So classic Collector play there. And of course, we have the season pass card, Merlin, right here. Already went over him. 2/3 at the start of each turn. Add an incantation to your hand. We got Sentinel here. Sentinel, a Series 1 card, guys. 2 energy, 3 power card. On reveal, add another Sentinel to your hand. So again, that's just helping out the Collector, and it is a card in my hand, so it'll benefit from all of that hand building that we're doing. And of course, Victoria Hand, the 2 energy, 3 power card. Ongoing, your cards that were created in your hand have +2 power. So she's just going to give my cards in my hand +2 power. So as you can see, Sentinel will be at least a 2/5. If we got a Quinjet down, Sentinel will be a 1/5. If it gets any other bonus, it'll be like a 1/7. I mean, it can get pretty ridiculous, man. You can throw a bunch of Sentinels down and just, you know, start taking over the board with little energy cost and lots of power. And then we have Agent Coulson here too. This deck might have too many add cards to your hand, but you know what? I like having it. It's nice to have that option. And Coulson adds another one of those options. A 3 energy, 4 power card. On reveal, add a random 4-cost and 5-cost card to your hand. Again, giving us a little maybe extra power that we might be lacking. Of course, the ideal situation is Merlin gives me some polymorphs, and I polymorph these smaller cards into bigger ones. That's the ideal situation. But lately, it's been Merlin giving me the thing that gives you +2 energy, which usually ends up with me filling my board up with lots of cards and running out of space, to be honest, on the board. So, but we'll see what happens in the live stream. And we also have Frigga here, a 3 energy, 4 power card. On reveal, add a copy of the last card you played to your hand, if able. So that's just good. We can get 2 Merlins in our hand. We can get 2 Victoria Hands in our hand. We can get 2 Quinjets and get -2 energy reduction to play cards. So all sorts of good stuff we can do with Frigga there. We got Baron Zemo to kind of take my opponent a little bit by surprise here. A 3/5. On reveal, recruit a card that costs the least from your opponent's deck to your side of this location. It says recruit a card, but really you're just stealing a card from your opponent's deck. So stealing the lowest power card from your opponent's deck and throwing it on your side of the board can be pretty beneficial and surprising, and it can also be detrimental at times if you're playing a destroy deck. So we got to be careful with Baron Zemo here. I might, if I had to tweak this down a little bit, I might get rid of Baron Zemo, maybe find something else to put in here as well. But for now, we got Baron Zemo in here, and then finally, Galacta, 4 energy, 5 cost card. Each turn, the first card you play at another location reveals with +3 power, so that's just giving us a little extra power on some of our cards. You know, these lower powered cards that we're bringing out. So, yeah, man, it's been doing pretty well so far. Let me go ahead and show you the stats, the untapped stats thus far that I played in the last 7 days, which I only created this deck today. I created this deck today, or maybe it was yesterday. I can't remember. But here's the card record from untapped.gg. Untapped.gg is the card. It keeps track of your deck. I can't think of the actual word, but it keeps track of your decks, your deck tracker, and it also keeps track of your stats. It's a cool little add-on you can put into the game. A lot of people use it, so we use it here as well. But as you can see, Hand Merlin is what I'm calling this deck. Net cubes +11 for us. The win rate is 60.9%, and in the last 7 days, 14 wins, 9 losses. Now, it is the beginning of the season. Season just started over again, so of course we're probably playing a lot of bots into those stats. But even so, 14-9, not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. And I played a little bit today, and I'll begin my. I think about 3 or 4 of those losses came from losses today, just playing today before the stream. So we'll see. Sinister London is the featured location for us, and that could be causing a little bit of a snafu for us. But there you go. There is the stats for you guys, and yeah, we're gonna jump on in here and see what we can do. AVP, the new music is dramatic. Yeah, it is. Sure is. Happy Snapiversary. That's hard to say. Snapiversary. Thank you. Thank you, Spooky Fish. Spooky Fish, my lovely wife, she's behind me right now, moderating the chat, making sure all y'all out there behave, and keeping notes for me while I run my mouth for an hour and a half playing Marvel Snap. Trying to entertain you guys. Hopefully you are entertained. That is the goal, of course. I am not the best player in the world, never claimed to be. Can't even make it to Infinite. Didn't even make it to Vibranium, or didn't even make it to Omega, or didn't even make it to Galactic last season. I think we made it to 87. Just getting my butt kicked. But you know what? When you're trying out new cards, that can have an effect on your win-loss rate. But I'm not giving myself excuses. Let's be honest. I'm just a bad player. Nah. Okay, maybe that's too harsh. Not a bad player. I gotta be nice to myself. A lot of things can happen in Marvel Snap. There's a lot of randomness to it. A lot of RNG, so all that plays into it. We're gonna get there, guys. We are gonna get there. Maybe when we become the Masters of the Arcane this season, be able to get to Infinite. I hope so. But for right now, let's just hope to get into a game here. Hand Merlin. Here we go. Get the deck trackers up for you guys so you can see. There we are. My opponent snapped right away. First turn, Wanda Feet Sniffer. Oh, that sounds personal, buddy. I don't know why you're bringing that into the game, man. You're sniffing Wanda's feet. You need to get out. I don't know. I don't know what sniffing Wanda's feet does, but here we are, turn 1. Let's go ahead and play our Quinjet. We're not going to play to the Strange Academy. Strange Academy, the first location. After turn 5, move all cards here to other random locations. Play our Quinjet down to the second location, which happened to be bar with no name. Whoever has the least power here wins. Oh, man. Well, that's unfortunate. But thankfully, we have Merlin in this deck, and he has that spell that can change locations, which is so nice, man. It's so nice. It's nice having cards that can change. You know, there's a couple cards in there that can change locations, and those are nice. But to have a one-cost spell that just changes the location is just amazing. I love it. We're running out of time here. What am I going to play? Let's play Victoria Hand to go with our Quinjet. Play it down to the mysterious third location. Wanda Feet Sniffer. She's too busy sniffing feet. No cards to play on her side so far. We are in charge of. We're losing bar with no name 2-0 now because of our Quinjet being there, and we are in charge of Orcus Forge, the third location. Orcus Forge after you play a card. Here, add a Sentinel to your hand when we like that. That's just more cards to our hand. If we get our collector out, they will be super happy. I think I'll play my Frigga here to get a copy of Victoria Hand. Now, the thing I have noticed is that I'll have a couple Victoria Hands down, but then I'll never have enough cards to play because I'm so busy copying Victoria Hands, so it might be a little bit of overkill here. Magic coming down for my opponent. Wanda Feet Sniffer took a moment out of her life, out of her feet sniffing life, to not get it done in 6 and change the 3rd location to Limbo. We're going into a turn 7. Couldn't get it done in 6. So here we are. There's our collector. We're going to go ahead and use that. Let's go ahead and get the collector in here. All right. And Sentinel, and we got a Victoria, not our other Victoria Hand. No Merlin yet. Merlin's hiding in the Omniverse, as it were. Hey, Nasty Nate, stuck at 25. Yeah. You're getting there, man. It's the snapping, man. It's those snaps. Snap, 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 and they'll catch up to you after a little bit. But you are getting tons of cubes, though, so there is that. Where are we at? Wanda Feet Sniffer. Played down a Ravonna Renslayer. Their cards will cost 1 less power, or cards with 1 or less power cost 1 less. Turn 5. Our Strange Academy is about to go off. No Merlin in our hand still. That is okay. We'll go ahead and play our Galacta down. I don't know if I should be playing the Bar with No Name, to be honest. I'm hoping that Merlin comes out and we get to change that. This is probably a bad move and probably why I'll lose. Maybe just to be safe. Although these cards are all going to go to Bar with No Name anyways, so... You know what? Let's just do it and hope we get a Merlin. Maybe we'll trick our... Maybe our Wanda Feet Sniffer will be so wondering why we're filling up Bar with No Name with cards that she'll actually play there and we'll beat her anyways. But we need to have Merlin like this turn. Sandra Nova coming down for my opponent, and there goes all the cards from the Strange Academy. For me, getting thrown out to... My collector went to Limbo, giving us an 18-8 lead there. And we have a 24-0 loss currently at Bar with No Name because of the lowest powered cards there. And no Merlin. Nope. I'm trying to showcase the new card, and it's not showing up. Camera shy. Not the first time that's happened. Probably won't be the last time that's happened either. But you know what? We can pump up our collector a little bit more with a 1/7 Sentinel. We can play our Agent Coulson down. 4 power. I think we just stack power now here. So that would mean we'll throw out another Sentinel. I don't know if it's going to be enough. We still got 1 more turn, actually. So maybe I should have waited a little bit, but we got 1 space left on the board. Not a whole lot of good cards in my hand. Watch, Merlin will show up here at the end, I bet. They're playing a Wong down to the Strange Academy, followed by a Psylocke. Okay. Lots of energy for them this next turn. Images of Icon not going to be doing much there. It gives them more energy. I guess they just wanted a lot of energy, so they have a big card in their hand. They are going to kick our butt here. Nasty Nate, I always snap. Yep. Always snap. Hey, we got a Symbiote Spider-Man, a MODOK. Not too shabby. Thank you, Agent Coulson, for delivering those to us. Oh, you know what? We can do the old trick with MODOK in the collector here. MODOK will get rid of my 2 Sentinels, which will make my collector stronger. Hey, we might win this. We might win this. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll snap. I'll take a book. I'll take a note out of Nasty Nate's book, and snap here. I probably don't snap enough, to be honest. I get to a point where it's like, I haven't had a deck that I use that's like, you know, I'm so confident in that I want to snap, you know. Sometimes I know, yeah, I will win and I'll snap or whatever. But usually I'm like, I'm waiting to see. And waiting to see here, we got Agamotto coming out for my opponent. They're trying to win here, but they did not do it. In spite us stacking Bar with no name with 24 power. Basically giving them that location. We took the other two locations by a pretty fair margin. No Merlin in this first game, but I tell you what, all the Victoria Hand cards helping us out here. Victoria Hand, just a nice shell in and of itself. You know, Merlin's just kind of, you know, helping it out a little bit. But there we go, 8 cubes just like that. Collect some rewards for that. Wanda Feet Sniffer, go ahead, go back to sniffing feet. Figure out your life. Figure out your life. Why you sniff so much Wanda Feet. All right, let's jump on over to our win-loss record here. Get this updated. Already a better start this live stream than last live stream. Last live stream, we tried Zorn, and it didn't go well. It didn't go well. Let's just say Zorn, not one of my favorite cards at the moment. But we are 1 win and 0 losses so far this stream. 185 wins and 155 losses total for all the live streams that I've been doing. Not too shabby. Jump right back into another game here. Nasty Nate, I like the deck I'm using now. Yeah, you plugged Merlin into it. Did you have to check out the deck that you're using? I haven't seen the deck. I don't know if you know or not, but if you go into the Alliance chat, you can check the decks that people use. When they win 8 cubes, it'll show you the deck that they're using. And you can actually copy the deck right from there if you want to. Spooky fish. Boomer Snapper, yeah. I am a Boomer Snapper. Turn 1, here we go. New opponent, Castle Blackstone's our first location. The player winning here gets +1 energy each turn. I got nothing to play. Nukem Jr. is our opponent. Well, hopefully he won't nuke us too bad. Hopefully Nukem Jr. isn't as bad as Nukem Sr. But we'll see. 2 energy this turn. The second location is the Nexus. Your power here is granted to other locations as well. Okay. Okay, we can work with that. In fact, let's go ahead. I'll get my Merlin down or my Collector down first. I don't know. I have a lot of 2-cost cards in this deck, so it's always a choice when it comes to my 2-cost turn. Turn 2 when I have 2 energy. I don't know what to play half the time. I have so many choices. Third location, Sinister London. This is the featured location, so we are going to see this location quite a bit in this live stream, probably. After you play a card here, add a copy to another location. I could get another Merlin and just go crazy Merlin here. I have Frigga in my hand. I almost want to go with the Quinjet, though. We'll get the Collector down here to the Nexus so he can scale up as we play. And then, yeah, let's get Agent 13. That'll give the Collector a nice little boost. Once in Future is our first Merlin card. Shuffle your lowest power card here into your deck and get +2 energy next turn. Yeah, probably, at least in this deck, this is, like I said, this is my least favorite skill that Merlin gives us. Because it doesn't really help me too much unless Agent 13 brings me something good. Or Agent Coulson brings something good. All my cards are just too low cost in this deck, but it does make for a big, like, lots of cards to be played down in the last turn, which can be helpful, if I have the space. Alright. Nukem Jr. playing some Blade, Morbius, Colleen Wing. We got a discard deck. Morbius is what we got to be worried about here. Let's go ahead and use our Red Guardian, which, who did we get that from? Created by Agent 13. Awesome. Go ahead and get rid of Morbius. Oh, that's going to take out the Blade, though. Lowest powered enemy card there. Wanted to take out the Morbius. Darn you, Blade! Blade blocking blocking the Morbius for us. Well, let's see here. Let's go ahead and take out the blade at least. No, another Red Guardian. I mean, another Red Guardian isn't bad to have. Why don't I play Red Guardian? Let's just play Red Guardian there. We'll play Red Guardian down to Sinister London. Frigga down to the Nexus. That way I get 2 Red Guardian hits here. Watch them both be on blade. We got the blade at Sinister London, and we got the blade at Castle Blackstone. So far, we are leading all 3 locations. My opponent does have 2 cards down. Dracula, that's going to be a problem. And Meek. So, yeah. So it's turn 5 now. That means they are going to play a MODOK. It's going to boost their Morbius way up to, I don't know how much power. They probably have an Onslaught in their hand, which is going to make their Dracula insane. So we need high power here. My opponent's feeling confident, so they probably have all those cards in their hand. Well, Red Guardian can take out the Dracula. And maybe... Oh, there's a Dracula over here, too, because they played the Sinister London. Okay, well, then we play Red Guardian to Sinister London. And we just play another card here to Nexus. So we have one more turn after this. I want to fill up my board right now. No. I don't know that I want to yet. Yeah, screw it. We'll do it. We'll do it. Why not? Yeah, no, we won't. We'll hold off. I don't know. This might not be right here. We got to see where the Red Guardian hit. Red Guardian hits Sinister. Yep, does get the Dracula, like I was hoping it would. And then it goes to the Nexus and hits the Meek. Here's the MODOK as promised. Pretty sure we've lost the first location, Castle Blackstone, just because of the Morbius is going to get huge there. And the Dracula is going to become Apocalypse. That's a ton of power. So it all comes down to, can we hold down Sinister London and the Nexus? Well, that's the big issue. I think we play Omniverse Presence here on Castle Blackstone and hope we get like a location that's going to be awful for for our opponent here. Let's go ahead and do that. Come on, Bar Sinister. That would be great. Castle Blackstone into Bar Sinister. Come on, Streamer Luck. Streamer Luck. Coon Loon. Ah, doesn't really help us. Oh, we're getting so beat. So beat by the Morbius Dracula discard deck. Nukem Jr. nuked us into the ground. Merlin not playing a whole lot, although I did have lots of cards in my hands. I just didn't really utilize them because I was so afraid of the Draculas and the Morbiuses out there. You always got to be afraid of the Morbius and the Dracula when you see them. You know old MODOK's coming to just boost them to Kingdom Come as far as power goes. So, unfortunate, but there we go. Baron Zemo getting a little upgrade for us there. The Dino deck with Merlin and Collector. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yep. I thought about putting the Devil Dinosaur into this deck too, actually, because he just would benefit huge from just having that big hand of cards. Sarah, yep, Sarah to lower the cost of stuff. Yeah. No, that's a good deck. Sounds like a good solid deck for you. That's what I'm saying, man. Merlin is awesome. I don't know what they did last season. I don't know. Second Dinner was like snoozing last season. They're just like, throw these snoozer cards in. I shouldn't say that because somewhere down the line, those cards are actually going to be good, and I'm going to be like, what? But for right now, in my opinion, they're not that great. Not too great. Much better this season, in my opinion. Lots of cool cards coming out this season. Lots of cool cards for different archetypes, even. Like, where is it? Where's the card of the month here? Morgan Le Fay. Their featured card right now. 4/7. On reveal, return all your discarded and destroyed cards to hand with +3 power. I don't play much discard and destroy, so I'll probably wind up skipping there. I know my wife, Spooky Fish, will play a lot of discard and destroy, so he's probably hoping to get that Morgan Le Fay. There's some outfit she's wearing, though, I tell you what. Morgan Le Fay. So, yeah. And sneakily, if you look here in the Seasonal Series 4, they added Nicholas Scratch. Nicholas Scratch isn't too bad. 1 energy, 2 power, and then after you play a skill, +1 power. Definitely goes great with, you know, Merlin and Agamotto. So he wouldn't be a bad card. I wouldn't mind getting him. I don't know that I want to roll for this other stuff. And then Jennifer Kale was the other mystery card they showcased at the beginning of this season. 2 energy, 2 power, and then activate. Next turn you get +1 energy. A little lukewarm on her. I don't know that that's going to be too great of an effect, but if I randomly get her, then I guess I won't be sad that I got her. No cards for destroy? Yeah. Yeah, X23. X23 is a really good key card for that, for sure. Yeah. Tomb was good, too. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then I don't think they added anything here, no. All the new featured cards will go into the Series 5 pack here. So we got Elixir and Prodigy in here. Actually, Prodigy turned out to be not too bad. I did get to play him a little bit on my mobile account, but I don't have him on this account, obviously. And he's not too bad. A little difficult to use, in my opinion, but not too shabby. I updated my tracker here, right? Yeah, I think so. So let's go ahead and jump into another game. Jump into one more game. What we have. Windwolf. Windwolf is our opponent. Windwolf. Then Wolf. There Wolf. Airwolf. Windwolf. All right. Hotel Inferno is our first location after you play a card here. This turn, banish the top card of your opponent's deck. Well, of course we're going to do that. We have a 2-cost card. I do, so we'll play Agent 13 down. But she brings us to our hand. She brings us a Misty Knight. Wow. Thanks for the Misty Knight there, Agent 13. That's the best you could dig up at the Hotel Inferno. Well, at least you got rid of their Merlin. Sucks to be them. I'm going to snap, by the way. That feels like a snappable. That feels like a snappable offense to me. And we'll play our Merlin down just to rub it in their face. Because I'm mean like that. Windwolf. There's our Sinister London. What if I just got rid of Sinister London? Oops, that's Surge. Actually, 2 Surges would work really well, so we'll play Surge down to Sinister London. I think I'll play Misty Knight down here for polymorph fodder. Because I think Merlin will work. Merlin gives me a polymorph. It'll be nice to get a 3-cost card rather than the Misty Knight. My opponent plays a Dakin down. Dakin. Another sort of discard deck here. You have our 2-cost Galacta thanks to our Surges. That's pretty cool. We're going to play her down to Sinister London so we can get buffs from that. Yeah, my opponent just retreated. Victory. Windwolf said, "Not there, Wolf. I'm out of there." And retreated. They lost their Merlin. Like, we took their fun away, man. All they wanted to do was play the new card, man. And I went ahead and, well, it wasn't me. It was a Hotel Inferno, to be honest. Agent 13 sniffed around Hotel Inferno, kicked out a Misty Knight to me, but then got rid of their Merlin, so it all ended quite well. We got 2 cubes out of it. We'll take it. Windwolf, good game. And a little Alliance bounty even. Look, got some Alliance bounty. Speaking of an Alliance, guys, TPS, the Prime Sanctum, is looking for members. If you do not have an alliance and are playing Marvel Snap right now, you might as well join them, the Prime Sanctum. If you don't join the Prime Sanctum, join something else, but we'd love to have you at the Prime Sanctum because you get free stuff for being in an alliance, just for playing the game. All you got to do is complete bounties like we just did here. Boom and boom. Look at that. You got a personal goal, and then everything you do counts towards the alliance, so all the alliance members count towards these other rewards. And look at these rewards, man. They're not great, but it's free stuff, right? Just for playing the game. You get boosters, boosters, boosters. You get credits, and we'll ignore the stupid border. Unless, of course, you like purple neon borders, then go for it, man. And then, yeah, and then for the alliance, more boosters, more credits, and if we get all the way to the end, we all get a mystery variant, which is pretty cool. I think we've gotten this a couple times in our alliance. Our tiny little alliance. Not often we get the mystery variant, but every now and then. Our alliance is putting in the work, but we need some more workhorses here. So if you're looking for an alliance, don't have an alliance yet, TPS, the Prime Sanctum, join us. We'd love to have you. Which bounties do I want to take this time? Well, win a location with 4 cards. We can easily do that. And let's get the 10 or less power. That's the one that we just completed. A little bit harder, but we'll take it. And we even got some daily missions out of the way as well. So good stuff there. Nice. Let's update our tracker here. 2 wins, 1 loss. Not too shabby, I might say. I wouldn't just might say that. I did say that, so there's that. Hey, let's try that again. There we go. Should be updated there now for you guys. Yep, 2 and 1. Jumping into another game here. Yeah, Prodigy is fun if you can line the talents up right. Yeah, for sure. For sure. What do you do behind a hobby? Oh, I don't know. Oh, a goblin. He'd send it back over. I think he'd send it back over. If you played a Prodigy behind a hobgoblin. Turn 1 here. Oh, crap. Gotta think about that. Quinjet. We'll play Quinjet down here at the Feast, our first location. After you play a card here, all players get +1 energy next turn. My opponent, Novi, plays down an Iron Fist. I don't know why they play down an Iron Fist. This makes me think it's a bot, so I'm going to go ahead and snap. This is probably a bot trying to play a move deck, which you can painfully see when a bot's trying to play a move deck because they mess everything up. And then, wow, we got the 2 surges in our hand. I like that. Let's go ahead and play them down. Thanks to the Time Theater, which is our second location. Copy the last card you drew. You draw instead of drawing your next card. And look at that. We can even get an Agent 13 down here. So, not a bad turn for us there. My opponent snapped. They don't look like a bot. They have a, they have a profile here. X-Men, the Transmutants. Movie, Herald of Galactus. Or Novi. Highest rank achieved, 75 Vibranium. Alright, well that move made sense. They played a Ghost Spider down on a dagger. Pulled the dagger over to the Time Theater where I had 2 cards awaiting, giving dagger a little buff there. And they played a second Ghost Spider down. Moving around a bit. We got an Electro from our Agent 13. Doesn't really appeal to me. Like, again, if I had higher cost cards, Electro would be probably a lot better to use. But in this case, we're going to stick with our Victoria Hand and our Sentinel, which is surged. So keep that surge going. We'll keep surging. Victoria Hand's going to buff that Sentinel to a 1/6, 1/7. Not too bad. Well, it plays a Hercules down and a Human Torch. All right. Our Sentinel bringing in a Sentinel. We get 2 more surges at the top card of our deck, which is Frigga. The last card I played, I think it was a Sentinel. I could just go crazy Sentinels. Keep the surge going. I might just wait this turn out. It's only turn 4. We're going into turn 5.
I am the Sorcerer Supreme.
Doctor Strange pulling their dagger over to get another buff at Feast, giving my opponent a 22-5 lead there. Filling it up for them. I don't think we're going to be able to take that back by any means. We have a 7-3 lead at the Time Theater. My opponent can still play 2 cards there. I only have 1 space open. Central Park, the 3rd location. My opponent has that all clogged up with Ghost Spiders, Squirrels, and Hercules. And we have 1 slot open there. So definitely some potential to take some stuff out here. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'll play my Galactus down here. Play Frigga. I don't know if this is enough to win this. I have a hunch to try to play Sentinel down too, but we can wait on that. Oh, they play a Cosmo down. Frigga's not going to copy my Galacta. But we are leading those 2 locations. They can easily take it though. And nothing we can do about it. Last turn, I'm going to play my highest cost card. No collector on the board, so Sentinel really doesn't do much. So yeah, we'll just play Electro down here to the Feast and see if we can hold on to the Time Theater. Kind of grim, if I must admit. They do play a card there. Only place they could play a card. It was a Heimdall, which ties up that location. And we are... Oh, we came out on the bottom side of that particular tie there. So they had, let's see, 48 points. We had 28 plus 16. I don't know. They had more points than we did. 8 cubes down the drain. Unfortunate. Close, but no cigar. Merlin had no effect on that game. Didn't even come into my hand, man. Merlin, where you at? You must be out there looking for King Arthur, waiting for King Arthur still. hasn't decided to come check out my deck. All right, let's see here. Update our win-loss record. We're now 2 wins and 2 losses. Total for this live stream. Update, yes please. And update there, please. All right. There we go. We're 2-2. Total for live streams, 186 wins, 157 losses. We're still on top in spite of our last live stream where we went 3 and 9, or I don't know, it was awful. Lots of losses. But yeah, let's go ahead and play another match here. Merlin, where are you at, buddy? We need you. The people need you. They want to see you do some magic, my friend. Turn 1, Wakanda's our first location. Cards here can't be destroyed. All right, well, let's see here. I got Maria Hill, which would give me a 2-cost card, but we already have a 2-cost card, so let's see what Agent 13 can bring out for us. What does she find? She finds us a Mobius and Mobius. 3/3, not that great. Mobius and Mobius is ongoing. Your cards can't be increased. Your costs can't be increased, and your opponent cost can't be reduced. Not a bad card per se, just not one that we particularly want. So we're going to go ahead and play our Surge down to Sinister London, the 2nd location. My opponent has not played anything down yet. Running into turn 3 here. There, they retreated.
Victory.
They didn't like what they saw, apparently. I wonder if they were playing a destroy deck. They did have Venom as their avatar, and Wakanda was the first location, so maybe they're like, I don't want to play. I can't destroy my precious cards. That's okay. We'll take the little win. We'll take the one little cube. Like so. Update our tracker. You're now 3-2. Not too shabby. That was a fast game, if we can even count it as a game. Go ahead and update this for you guys. All right, there we are. Hand Merlin, let's go. Game 6. Game 6. I love how I'm over here streaming as loud. My voice is loud. I'm screaming. I'm kind of yelling. It almost sounds like our baby kitten is just playing here. As full as could be. All right. What do we got turn 1? Starbrand Crater is the first location. If you have 10 or more power here, +1 energy each turn. Okay. We got our Agent 13 to dig us something up. It's funny, I've had Agent 13 and Maria Hill in my hand every game, I feel like, and it's always Agent 13. Maria Hill's like, no, come on, boss, give me a chance. I'll bring you the best 2-cost card. You know, maybe she'd bring us a Merlin. That would be amazing. Oh, wait, Merlin's right there. Sorry, Merlin. Didn't mean to offend you there. We actually have Merlin in our hand, guys. We're going to play Merlin down to Sinister London. Why not have 2 Merlins? We don't know if he's going to show up again in another game while I'm live streaming. So, yeah, 2 Merlins. Better than 1. Deep Space is our 3rd location. Card text is disabled here. Well, that's just dumb. We do have Once and Future. Gives us extra energy. I think I'll just play Cassandra Nova here. Maybe we'll get our Surge going. Let's get our Surge going. We'll get Surge down to Sinister London, and we'll play our Quinjet down to start reducing the cost of our created cards. And my second Surge goes to Deep Space, which means we don't get a second Surge. Marvel Boy and Forge coming down for my opponent right now. They are currently leading Starbrand Crater 7-4. 2 cards available for each of us there. 7-5, they are leading Sinister London. 2 slots available for each of us, and we are currently leading Deep Space 5-0. 2 cards available to me, 4 cards still available to my opponent. We got Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo could be fun for sure. Let's do Omniversal Presence on the silly Deep Space. Get rid of that. I need extra energy. You know what? I think I will. We'll play Cassandra Nova down. We'll do extra energy here at the Starbrand Crater. Let's see what that does for us. Oh yeah, let me know how the stream is going if there's any difficulties. I've been having, my friends were complaining about my microphone in Discord the other day too, so maybe my mic is doing something weird now. Let's see here. We didn't get any gains there. They play Khazar down, so they're obviously playing a Zoo deck here. Lots of small cards for them. I think we got another Once and Future. Man, if I was playing a deck with higher cost cards, we would be in great shape here. Let's go ahead and play. Let's play our Baron Zemo down here to the Starbrand Crater. And then I guess I'm going to put some power down here at Deep Space since my opponent will be ignoring that. Yeah, maybe. Oh, well, Sentinel. Yeah, we'll throw a Frigga down. Frigga will give me another 3/6 Baron Zemo. Which means I won't be able to use his ability because I don't have space available. But, we'll see here. Blue Marvel coming down for my opponent. A Hydra Bob at Sinister London. So they have 2 Hydra Bombs. And Marvel boys just buffing the crap out of stuff. Getting our butts kicked here. Hey, there's Polymorph. That's the spell I've been looking for. Let's see. Polymorph is not going to work at deep space. And Polymorph will change either my Surge or my Merlin here. And I did not get Frigga. Oh yeah, because I played Frigga down to deep space, so she didn't do her thing. I think we lost this game. It's a Polymorph does something for us. Credible, I don't know, like play Polymorph. And we'll just play our Agent 13 down to deep space. I guess we're hoping for something that will buff us. Opponent plays a Luke Cage down, a Patriot, which is gonna doesn't really do anything for them, and then a Silver Sable. They're all at deep space, so it doesn't do anything. What's my Polymorph hit? Changing my Surge into a Red Guardian, taking out their Forge. That would have been nice if it took out the Kazar, but that was not to be. That was not to be, and of course the double Marvel boys on my opponent's side going crazy over there. Giving us a defeat, 2-cube loss there. Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Deep space not helping us out at all there. Not helping us out at all. All right, updating our tracker. I hear the music in my headphones like cutting out every now and then. I don't know what that's all about. That's a weird to me. Don't know if that is part in the stream or not in the stream. All right. There we go. 3 wins, 3 losses now. 187 wins and 158 losses total. All right, man. Gotta jump into another game here. Let's do it. Hand Merlin, here we come. What do we got? Merlin finally showing up for us in that last game, but it didn't really help us a whole lot. Merlin keeps wanting us to play big cards. Maybe I should have made a big card deck. Using Merlin. Turn 1, the first location is the Dream Dimension. On turn 5, cards cost 1 more. I got nothing to play. We're going to end our turn there. Sinister London's the second location. After you play a card here, add a copy to another location. Well, I guess we'll do the old shirt. You know what? Let's go ahead and get a collector down there. Let's get 2 collectors down. We got to start playing this Victoria Hand angle a little bit more, I think. Collector angle. Psylocke coming down for my opponent at Sinister London, so they're going to have +2 energy this next turn. And the third location is Nova Roma. Draw a card. We get a Maria Hill. And we draw into a Quinjet as well. Okay. Go ahead and play a Hill down here. Give us an extra card to boost up our collectors. And then we'll get 2 Victoria Hands down. Also at Sinister London. There's my Maria Hill bringing us a Pixie. Not really a great pull. And another Pixie. Both of them brought me Pixies. I don't want Pixie. Again, Pixie would be great in like a bigger deck that had smaller cards in it. They are 6. They are 6 power Pixies though, so that's not too shabby, I guess. Let's get our Sentinel down. Guess we'll get Merlin down here. Since he decided to show up this time around. Not sure what my opponent's playing yet. Psylocke and Sarah are the only cards they play. They did play 4 cards this turn. A Surge on their side of the Dream Dimension. Prodigy, which is copying the Sarah. Okay. And a Grandmaster, which is pushing the Surge over, so the Surge goes off again. Just some sort of cheat deck that they're using. Try to get tons of energy, man. Tons of energy. We got a Polymorph. Okay, good. Like to see that. We're going to go ahead and lay the Polymorph down to the Sinister London here. And then I think we'll just go ahead and play a Sentinel. Now let's play our Sentinel down here to Limbo. That uses up all of our energy. Our Polymorph hopefully give us some big stuff here. Polymorph, the first takes out Maria Hill, gives me a Valentina. Okay, that's pretty cool. Valentina pulled us a Ella. And then it also morphed, I didn't even see what that card was, but it turned into a Sabretooth. Sabretooth not great for us, but not bad power there. Turn 6. Got here. Let's see. Ella's not going to do much for us besides give us a lot of power. Merlin couldn't give us a card because we have too many cards in our hand. That is one of the problems I do see with this deck. Sometimes I don't get any Merlin value because I have too many cards in my hand. And then, well, let's play. Let's go ahead. I think I'll just play Hela down here just for the power mainly. And then, yeah, see what we can do from there.
Knowledge is power.
Spectrum coming down for my opponent.
Minions to me.
Buffing the crap out of their side of the board. All right, last turn. It's not looking good for us. 25-18. Losing Dream Dimension. We're tied up at Sinister London, and we're down by 10 at the at Limbo. Not a lot of cards in my hand here. Although if I play Sentinel, that'll buff up my collector at Sinister London. But it won't give me any power anywhere else. I think we might be cooked here. My opponent can't play anything. Sentinel will give me 18 power here. And then we'll win Sinister London. But we will not win. I'll play it out. But I think it's a loss here. Probably should have retreated. Yep. Yeah, just not getting that power out there, man. Just not getting power out there with this deck. Sinister London's kind of a little bit of a curse for us here too, because I think it helps out my opponent more than it helps out me. For me, it just seems to clog my deck a bit. Although if I was trying to do the fill all locations, this is definitely one of the decks that can do it. But so far we're taking a loss there as well. Let's see. We are 3-4 now. 187 wins, 159 losses total for live streams. Update the tracker here for you guys. There we go. I wonder if we should take out... take out Maria Hill since she's always getting sidelined. And we'll take a page out of Nasty Nate's book. And we'll get a Devil Dinosaur in on this madness. That'll give us some good power. Good vertical option. Some vertical power at least. That'll be fun. That'll be cool. Alright. Turn 1, Sinister London, the first location after you play a card here. Add a copy to another location. We got the Quinjet going down there. 2 Quinjets. Not too shabby. My opponent does play a card down there too. My opponent is Toasty. No, they're not Toasty, but that's their name. Maybe they're Toasty. If they're anywhere around where I'm at right now, they're probably Toasty. Because it's pretty warm here. But, yeah, let's see. Turn 2, Strange Academy is the second location. After turn 5, move all cards here to other random locations. My opponent played a Nightcrawler down to Sinister London, so they now have 2 mobile units that can move around a bit. Let's go ahead and play our Merlin down here. We're going to get 2 Merlins. We'll play Merlin down to Sinister London. Start cranking out some of these spells. We're hoping for polymorphs. My opponent plays an Ant-Man and American Chavez down to Sinister London. So another small deck here. One thing I gotta say about today is a lot of different decks than I've seen lately. I don't know if people are just getting fatigued with these same old decks, or or if I'm playing bots that are just playing different decks. Who knows? We did get a polymorph in a once in future. So we can polymorph something here. Let's go ahead and play our Surge down to Sinister London. And then we'll play our Agent 13. And we'll polymorph one of our Quinjets here, giving us a 3-cost card. Yeah. That. Throwing our polymorph down to Castle Blackstone. My opponent moves the Nightcrawlers over to Castle Blackstone. Surge coming down for me on Sinister London. Also showing up the Strange Academy. Double Surge for me. Agent 13 producing a Malekith for us. That's interesting. Polymorph coming down for me on Castle Blackstone. Turning the Quinjet into a Lasher. Not a big gain there. Well, Lasher can cost -2 energy to my opponent if I activate it. So that's not too shabby. My Merlins give me some Omniverse presence, so we can actually change some of these locations. I think we'll go ahead and change the Strange Academy. We're going to play Malekith down Castle Blackstone. We'll activate our Lasher. The Lasher, of course, a 2/2. Activate, afflict an enemy card here with negative power equal to this card's power. So that'll take one of these Nightcrawlers down a couple notches. And Sentinel is our Surge card. Or I can change another. I can do both, actually. Let's change the Sinister London. And we'll play Sentinel down to the Strange Academy. See where that gets us. Strange Academy, of course, is getting changed into Atlantis. Well, that's not very helpful for us. Malekith pulls down a Baron Zemo. Not super effective for us. It would have been better if we had an open space there for the Baron Zemo. But we'll take it. 5 free power. Surge is going off. Akia coming down for my opponent, buffing their hand. All right, Merlin giving me a once in future and a once in future. I have 3 once in futures there. I have not once in future, I have thrice in future in my hand. I could have a crap ton of energy if I wanted in my hand for next turn, but I only have 2 slots open on the board, so not really helping me out too much. But we will play our Victoria Hand down to, let's play her down to Atlantis. That will help buff some of my created cards. So my Lasher will get buffed. My Malekith will get buffed. One of these Surges will get buffed. I think that's pretty cool. And then we're hoping we get Devil Dinosaur in this last draw. That will hopefully push us over unless my opponent has some sort of trick up their sleeve. Toasty, what are you going to do? Strong guy goes off. Making their sides of the locations even stronger. Angela coming down at the throne room. Swarm coming down at Atlantis. Giving them a 29-11 lead at the throne room. Oh, but they got another card in their hands, so their strong men, their strong guy went up in power and then went back down in power. That's good for us. Because now we're winning again. No Devil Dinosaur for us, which is unfortunate. We do have a Polymorph and another Once in Future from from Merlin. I think our best shot here is to go with the power play and play Sentinel. If I play Polymorph down here, my Quinjet will get turned into a 2-cost. I don't think a 2-cost card will get higher than a 5 power. So yeah, I think we play Sentinel down here to the final location for us. My opponent only has one place to play, that's Castle Blackstone, but they retreated. I feel like most of the wins I've gotten in this stream have been retreats. I think at least 3 of the wins have been retreats. This is, of course, the 4th win that we got. I don't know. My opponent's just saying, nope, can't deal with it, man. Can't deal with so many Merlins jumping around the board. Too much magic. Too much arcane. Just can't deal with it. All right, update the tracker here for you guys. Okay. There we go. We did complete a mission there. Win the location with 4 cards. Sweet. Gonna level up our battle pass. 15 more boosters, Daredevil boosters. All right, sweet. Finish one of our alliance quests. Win a location with all 4 cards. And now let's pick up, yeah, we'll win a location with 4 cards. We seem to be doing that. We seem to be doing that with this deck here. So yeah, guys, if you're watching this after the fact, after the live stream, let me know what you've done with Merlin. I'd like to know, what you guys have gotten up to. I did see Regis Kilbin played a nice magic themed deck where he did like a wizard themed deck using Merlin and Agamotto and Nicholas Scratch and a few cards. That was kind of cool. Haven't really seen a whole lot of other streamers yet, because again, I like to try out the card myself first to see what I can do with it before I start seeing what other people are doing with it. So Saturn, everything sounds good to me. Oh yay! Yeah, for some reason I keep hearing cut out. Music keeps cutting out in my headphones here. So I don't know. Glad to hear that the stream seems to be doing okay. Turn 2. Nicholas Scratch, Speak of the Devil, came down from my opponent at Lake Hellas. We are going to play a Surge down there. My opponent plays a Collector, so maybe they have a similar deck to me. He played the Collector, the mysterious 3rd location, what happens to be Necrotia. Cards here have -2 power. All right, you can keep your collector there. Your collector and their collection all can stay there and get -2 power. That's fine by me. I will play my Merlin, which is surged, by the way, down to Lake Hellas, because he gets +2 power there. And then we'll play our collector down to Hala. second location. After turn 4, destroy all cards controlled by player losing here. My opponent comes down with a bishop to Lake Hellas. It's now a 6-6 tie there at Lake Hellas. Merlin brings me a once in future. Merlin is fixated on the future, man. Tell you what, he just keeps sending me the once in future card here. But I mean, you get 3 skills. The likelihood of getting the same one over and over again is pretty high, I guess. We'll go ahead and let's see. We played the collector last, so Frigga will get us another collector in hand, and then what if you have no card to shuffle? I don't think it goes off. I was like, once in future, on reveal, shuffle your lowest power card here into your deck to get +2 energy. I assume you have to have a card there, otherwise it won't work. I guess we can shuffle our Surge. I don't think that shuts off the Frigga Surge. She's kind of carrying the Surge at the moment. Although Surge does have to be on the board to make the Surge happen, I think. There we go. You happy, Merlin? We used once in future. My opponent comes down with the Winds of Watum, pushing my collector over from Hala to Necrosha. Really hitting us hard there. Now my collector's at -3, facing off against their collector at 0. We're -2 now. Omniversal Presence in our hand. Okay, we probably will use that. Let's get rid of this Necrosha. I don't want to see it. I want Necrosha out of here. We do got our Devil Dinosaur, but surprisingly not a lot of cards in our hand this game yet. Let's play our other collector down. We'll play Agent Coulson. Agent Coulson, bring us something good. Buff up our hand here so we can at least have a Devil Dinosaur to end on if we need it. My opponent plays a Luna Snow down, giving us an ice cube each. Mine's going to melt immediately. I filled that location up. They, on the other hand, will have another turn of +1 energy, thanks to the ice cube. We are winning Hala 15-6 and the Hellfire Club 3-2. With our 2 collectors facing off against, or our 1 collector facing off against their collector. Polymorph is in hand. Thank you for that, Merlin. 7 energy. You know what's cool is we can play Sentry down, send a Void over to the Hellfire Club, and then we can polymorph Void into a useful card for us. I'm not sure that's better than just playing Devil Dinosaur, to be honest. Devil Dinosaur might be the way. My opponent can get 14 cards here. It's still polymorph something. Let's see, we could polymorph the Agent Coulson or the Frigga. Is actually not too bad. Or we can get the Merlin. I think we just play a Sentinel down here to boost up our collectors already. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll throw Lake Hellas to the wind. We'll say we don't need to battle for Lake Hellas. You guys can have Lake Hellas. Nicholas Scratch, Bishop, and whoever your next buddy is there. Mockingbird holding down Lake Hellas for my opponent. They play a Merlin down, but it's going to be a little too late for them. We get a big victory. A legit victory. Not a retreating victory. Although retreating victory is still a victory in my opinion, right? And Merlin did have a hand in that, I believe. But I think it came down to our new Devil Dinosaur that we added to our deck. It just adds a lot of vertical power, which I think was something we lacked at the beginning of this when we before we switched that out. So, yeah, we'll take those 2 cubes. Get a little victory, power up some Merlin here. There we go. Animated Merlin. All right. Couple boosters, not too shabby. Update our win-loss record here. 5 wins, 4 losses. 189 wins and 159 losses total for live streams. Yeah, keeping ourselves accountable. But more importantly, letting me look up and say, hey, we're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. All right. Into the next game with us. Into the next game with us as I take a drink. Searching for an opponent. Who challenges us next? Nano Snaps. You're next on the Face VP matchup. Sinister London, the first location after you play a card here, and I gotta do another location. Featured location, of course. Guess we'll go ahead and play our Quinjet there. It's the only card we have to play. And, hey, getting a 2-cost reduction on all of our created cards. Too shabby. You have Collector in hand. No Merlin yet. Oh, there's Merlin. Merlin just showed up. Can get Merlin down here. That'll give us 2 Merlins. I guess we could do 2 Merlins and 2 Collectors again. That worked out pretty well for us in the last game. Now, opponent plays a Rocket Raccoon down to Sinister London when it hits our Merlin, giving them a nice little buff there. And getting buffed by the Nico Minoru's. Spider-Man taking out my... What was that? That was my... What was that? What did he take out? I want to see what the What did they take out? Spider-Ham. Oh, it took out my Collector. How dare they? Now we can't do the Sinister London like we did last time. But we did get Polymorph, so we can Polymorph our Quinjets if we wanted. And I might want to Polymorph this pig into something better. That's probably the better play here. Actually, we can once and future it. Yeah! Buy us a little bit of time. We can actually turn this rock into something if we want to, too. We'll do that. We'll throw the rock down. Oh, maybe we'll polymorph it here in a bit. Hawkeye Kate Bishop coming down for my opponent, Sinister London. So another small value deck here. Interesting. A lot of zoo decks out today. Somebody let the zoo out. I guess it's a good day to go to the zoo or something. I don't know. We got 3 polymorphs down. That's going to be fun, right? How many times can we polymorph in a turn? I think we're going to find out here. We will play a Sentinel down to Sinister London, which will send it to these other locations. We'll also play one of our polymorphs down. And we'll play another polymorph down. We'll play another polymorph. We're just going to polymorph the crap out of stuff at this point. Let's see how this works out, guys. Although playing a polymorph this is a big step. We probably should have a card down here. They do. Okay, take back my turns, please. Undo all actions. Try that again. Oh, no, because we're gonna do this, and then polymorph. Well, I guess we'll hold on to these polymorphs. We'll put the rock down there. Yeah, and then we can double polymorph in the next turn. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Basic arrow coming down for my opponent at Kenosha. And a rock going down for them as well. Our Sentinel pulling in another Sentinel. Now we have a couple cards to polymorph. Here's the polymorph going down in the Sinister London. It takes the Quinjet, turns it into a White Widow. Sends over a Widow's Bite, but not going to do anything there. And then we polymorph another card into a Hawkeye Kate Bishop. All right, Merlin. Oh, Merlin can't give me any spells because my hand is full. We're going to go ahead and polymorph at Sinister London. We'll polymorph at Kenosha. And, yeah, we'll go with that. Inosha, after turn 5, all but your highest cost cards are here. That might affect us negatively. I wasn't really paying attention to that, but we have a Groot polymorphed into a Groot, which got us a Groot bonus. Scarlet Witch. Oh, after you play a card here, destroy it to get +2 energy next turn. That's interesting. Now we got a Beast, which pushed my polymorph back? That's weird. But my polymorph didn't go off there. I got a 0-cost polymorph now. That's fun. We're gonna Omniversal Presence, the Altar of Death. We're gonna play my... Oh, I'd like to play this card. What's going on? A bug? What is going on? How come I can get this 0 polymorph? I mean, to be fair, the polymorph should have banished. So I wonder if that's a bug. Because Beast went down on my polymorph before it went off, and then polymorph came back to my hand as a 0 cost. I don't know. That could be a bug. Could be a bug in any case. It's not letting me play my polymorph there, which is unfortunate. But we do got Galacta. It's 5 power. We'll play her to Sinister London here. And then I have a Scarlet Witch as well. Play Scarlet Witch down here to the Altar of Death. So my Omniversal Presence will take out the Altar of Death, and then my Scarlet Witch will change it as well. We don't know what this location is going to be in the end. Now this polymorph is just stuck over here. Weird. And then I'll play a Sentinel down to make sure my Galacta goes over to that final location. I think that gets us the victory, unless they play a Morgan Le Fay. Bullseye going off. That could be detrimental to us. Change it to the Baxter building with our Omniversal Present, and the Scarlet Witch changes it into the Throne Room. That actually benefited us. And then, yep, my Sentinel coming down. Oh, that's interesting. The Galacta, I was hoping it would go over here. But the polymorph went away, so the Galacta went there. So I don't know. Gotta watch how you play your cards there with the polymorph. But we lost, guys. Barely. We lost Sinister London by 1 point. That was the difference. We did take the Throne Room, but it wasn't enough. Man, another loss for us here. Another loss for us here. Rough time, man. Last 2 streams, man. Last 2 streams have been pretty rough. I'm not going to lie. They've been pretty rough. That said, unlike the last stream where I was playing Zorn, this stream, even though Merlin's not particularly performing well for us today in this particular deck, I still like Merlin as a card, and I think it'll be a good card. But let's go ahead and jump into another game here. We're 5-5. Let's see if we can get another win here before we say goodbye to the stream for the day. Merlin, man. We need you. We need you. That game would have been a whole lot different if I had my collector. But my collector got turned into a spider ham pig. My opponent's coming out and snapping right away. Well, let's go ahead and snap right away on them as well. Why not high stakes? We'll go for it. The Superflow is the first location if you have no cards here. +1 energy each turn. Gotta love that. We're going to go play our collector down to the mysterious second location. Spider Ham coming down again, hitting our agent Coulson this time. So didn't get the collector, Spider Ham. I know you were aiming for the collector, but you're not going to get it. Sinister London second location. We do have a pig now that will make for great polymorph fodder if we get a Merlin out. But for now, let's go ahead and play an Agent 13. And, well, we won't Sinister London the Sentinel. We'll play Sentinel down at the mysterious third location to face off against their Spider Ham there. Agent 13 pulls in an armor for us. Okay. Second Agent 13 pulls in a Typhoid Mary. Opponent plays 1 card down to Sinister London. It is a Patriot. Well, Patriot always points me to a Brood deck of some sort, a Silver Surfer deck. A Doctor Doom deck, an Ultron. It could be a lot of things. And they're all bad. A lot of all bad things for us. Still no Merlin, unfortunately. I guess we'll go ahead and play our Sentinel just to power up our collector a little bit. We do have Devil Dinosaur in hand now as well, so that'll come in handy here in the later part of this game, I think. My opponent plays down a armor to Sinister London. Okay. Armor also going down to the Super Flow. There's Merlin. Little late. Oh, when I say that, I'm reminded of the line that Gandalf says, "A wizard is never late. A wizard arrives exactly when they are meant to." All right, Merlin. I'll take you up on that. Go ahead, and I'm actually going to play Merlin down to Sinister London here. My opponent letting out a little sleepy emote there. Okay. They're apparently bored. All right, Mr. Boredom. Sorry, Mr. Boredom. Trying to entertain people here. All right. Merlin coming down for us. Going to the Super Flow. We got another Sentinel coming into hand, buffing up our collector. White Widow coming down. That's not going to do anything to us. Actually, it is, because we can't destroy it. I see what you did there. My opponent. We are still leading Sinister London by a very small margin. I have a polymorph, but the only thing we can polymorph right now is the 2-cost Sentinel, which might not be bad, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and buff the Sentinel there. And then I think... yeah, we'll play Typhoid Mary. Why not? And then that sets us up for a Devil Dinosaur next turn. Elsa Bloodstone is what we get from the polymorph. Not super great. Blue Marvel coming down from my opponent at Sinister London. That is bad news for us. Lots of buffs going out for them. Yep, they've taken the lead at Sinister London and the Super Flow. We need to get 6 cards discarded in order to get the collector buffed up there, which I don't think is going to be a possibility here. We can win Necrotia, but that's not going to be enough. I think this is a loss here for us. Yeah, there's no way I can win Sinister London, no way I can win the Super Flow, so yeah, we gotta retreat. Retreat now. Sorry, Monarcha. Not sorry. I mean, I guess there you go. A fist bump for you for beating us. Hopefully you can not be so bored in your next game. Since they had their little boredom emote there at the beginning of the game. All right, so we went 5 and 6. Not great. Not great. Definitely not how it was when I was playing it. I don't know what changes day to day, man, but I tell you what, you start out with a deck. I think it just people just kind of adapt and learn, you know, different ways of playing the card, or knowing when the card's coming, or learning how to use Sinister London. When I put the deck together, I didn't really consider Sinister London at the time. Otherwise, maybe we would have come up with something a little different there, but well, yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys think of Merlin. I think he's a good card. Overall, this season, I'm excited for it. Definitely more excited for this than last season. Looks like we have some pretty cool cards coming out. Can't wait to try them out. Hopefully, we'll get the tokens to do so, and I'll be able to share my future victories with you guys. And who knows, maybe we will master the arcane enough to become to get to infinite, but we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see what these cards do for us. In any case, guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. This has been VP. I am signing off. We'll see you later. And hey, keep on gaming.